So I'm taking this quick journey to this place we about to do some shooting at. We call Copperfield Farm for Murderous Pupils. But that live is up, man. That live is up. As far as like 50-50 relationships and things like that. Go back in there. Go back in there, I'll be back. The live is up. You know what I'm saying? As far as the 50-50 relationships and everything. So people go ahead and check that out, but let's chime back in real quick, right? See, this is Copper. We jacked this, right? It's gonna be Copperfield Farm. All right. Let me show you the house real quick that we're gonna be shooting at, right? Which is the house of the grandma. All right. So we're going to go through here. See, look at that. All right, so you see that house right there? So that's what we're gonna be like shooting at. So oh yeah, let me see what I'm finished gonna say. So yeah, with the 50-50 relationships, it's kind of like this, man. It's like remember I was like saying you're gonna find this out in the live, is that people having having their own castles. I really think that paying your own bills type of thing is for dudes that don't have their own castles, right? Because if you don't have your own castle, you don't have your own responsibilities, then maybe you need to take all the money that you make and go stay with the woman and give her that money to be able to take care of the household and shit like that. I think that might be what they pretty much is like looking for, probably. I don't know. But you know, when I was like, I mean, as soon as I got off the live, somebody was hitting me up talking about, will women do all this? And I'm like, okay, sex and cleaning up the house and cooking dinner and, like I said, giving me a peace of mind and all this type of stuff and doing my bath water for me and all that type of stuff. Like I said, that sounds like servant work to me. I mean, because look, this is an example before I get back. If I'm paying another woman bills to be able to do that for me, right? Because I'm doing that in her castle, right? So I'm leaving my castle to go to her castle, right? And she's doing that for me inside her castle. And just say her bills is like $5,000 a month, right? I will do that shit in my own castle. You know what I would do? I will go get somebody who can clean up the house. I'll pay them $10 an hour. So for 8 hours a day, right? 8 hours a day, that's less than $100, right? Less than $100 a day, they could do all that for me. With the exception of having the sex part, right? You know what I'm saying? They could do all that for me. They could cook, they could clean, they could wash the dishes, all that for $10 an hour, 8 hours a day. And that would be less than what? That'd be less than what? $400 or $500 a week, right? If I wanted to do that, but since I can pay my own bills and since I can fucking clean up my own house and do all the other stuff she says she can do for me, it ain't gonna cost me nothing. Why would I get somebody to do that for me when I could do it for myself? Is what I'm saying. See, there's real kings out here, man. Like, you know what I mean? That wasn't raised to depend on a woman to do everything for them. There's real kings out here that know how to take care of their own self every single day. Wash their own clothes, clean up their own bathrooms. They take pride in it, like myself. I take pride in that shit, dude. I like doing that shit. Any girl I ever date since high school, whatever, from having my first apartment leading up to now, can never tell you, dude, I sat there and I depended on them to do anything around the house. I took the initiative and I did it my motherfucking self. You see what I'm saying? So when you have a real king like that, real kings will probably look at you saying that, pay my own bills, like, what are you talking about? Like, that doesn't apply to me. That applies to somebody else who don't got their shit together. So a man who really got their shit together, who got their own crib, got their own castle, and can take care of themselves, the only exception is providing, like, intimacy and, like, sexual situations or whatever like that. And when you a king out here, dude, conquering shit, and when you really making shit happen like that and everything, and you taking care of your house, sex isn't really that important to you, though, like that, right? It ain't really that important to you, man. If you really talk to the empire minds, you know what I'm saying, of, you know what I mean, of males that's building empires and shit like that have their own castles, sex ain't that important to them. intimacy is probably more important than sex. I like intimacy, right? Let me get back. I gotta get back. I like intimacy. So what I like for a woman to lay on my chest and we feel each other's heartbeats and stuff, and I can play in her hair and massages and stuff like that, and just cuddle and shit like that. I like that shit. It really takes me a while before I actually stick my dick inside of a woman. It's gonna take me a while. First of all, I can't be having no sex with no traumatized person and shit. Because a lot of times when you have sex with a woman that's traumatized, she gets to acting crazy once she has good sex, right? When she has good sex with you, you're going to activate something in her brain where she's going to start acting really, really crazy. Good sex should not make you fucking want to shoot me. Good sex should not make you want to knock out my fucking car windows because I didn't text you right away. Good sex should not make you try to disrespect me when you don't know shit that's going on and you ask me 100,000 questions and you won't even allow me to answer one motherfucking question. You know how them women be. You know how they be. They be like that all the time. Not all the time, but when they get that good sex, they be like that. They be like, where was you to this? And what is this? Why this? Where it is? Man, all that type of stuff. No, man. So me personally, I can't have sex with somebody who has trauma in their brain. That's not going to happen. You have to be cleansed. Like, for real, before I do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I like intimacy. And I think intimacy is a form of healing as well. You know what I mean? Just to having that closeness. Hugs. What's wrong with hugs? What's wrong with laying on the couch, like, getting a hug and just, you know what I'm saying, just vibing and listening to music and me playing in your hair and stuff like that? What happened to those days? They don't do that no more. Well, I don't care if they don't do it no more. Anyway, I like doing that shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's a whole different type of thing, man. So y'all go check out that live. This is kind of like a preview to it. Go check out that live and learn something new, man. Learn some revolutionary perspectives and everything that's going to help you change your life. Later.